nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Angushtamatra Purushaha, Madhye Atmani Tishtati, ईशानो भूतभव्यस्य न ततो विजुगुप्सते एतद्वै तद. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तः श्रुति ज्ञानम अपोहनं च. Bhagavan Sri Krishna has been a makhan chor, a thief who has been constantly stealing. Makhan means the essence of the milk, makhan. The essence of the Vedas is Upanishad. So, not only during his childhood he has stolen the butter, but in his old age he has also stolen the Upanishadic mantras and put them in his Bhagavad Gita. This is called a real thief. Never give it up. See? Angushtamatra Purushaha. The truth is nowhere else, but Madhye Atmane Tishtati. Madhye, the very center. Sarvasya Chaham Hrudi Sannivishtaha. This I is at the very center of our being. See? Therefore, whenever we want to tell something, that I am telling you, that time which finger and which place we use? Do we say, I am telling you? No. Because we know this is empty. See? Similarly, we use not this finger. We use this finger. No. We use this finger. I. Now be attentive. I, yesterday probably or somewhere I spoke on this. In your, I think Mandukya yesterday spoke. Our personality is a makeup of 5 factors. Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Manomaya Kosh. In these 3 places there is no samsara. See, the mountains, the trees, the rivers, there is no samsara. Samsara begins when? This is my mountain, this is my tree, this is my river. Samsara begins. See? So, these are the 3 factors where there is no samsara. And the samsara begins when this I is there. See, Vijnanamaya Kosha, the factor of I. Like you have got the max factor, we have got this I factor. So this I, Madhye Atmani Tishtati, he is the very center of our being. How? When this I gets identified with the mind, I become happy or miserable. When this I gets identified with the Pranamaya Kosha, I become hungry or thirsty. When this I becomes identified with the body, I becomes man or woman. So, Angushtamatra Purusha Madhye Atmani Tishtati. This I is the very center of our personality. Now, this I, what do we consider this I as? Is this a miserable I, or it is the absolute I? So, Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya. But this I is he limited by these three, or is independent of these three? So when the I is not identified with the mind, he is neither happy nor miserable, not identified with pranamaya kosha, neither hungry nor thirsty, never identified with the body, nor man or woman, but is still there. That means association with the three creates a relative I. But when this relative I separates from the three, Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya, is going beyond the time, space and object. And therefore, when this I surrenders to this Ananda, there is no time, no space, no world. In this manner, when we recognize this I as not a jiva, but this I is the one who is playing different roles. When identified with the mind, becomes happy, miserable, etc. Therefore, Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmani Tishtati Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya. When you thus come to discover the one who is going through the experiences is not influenced by any experience, because he is the illuminator of all the experiences. In this manner, Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya, he comes to know this, that I am no more a son, a husband or a father, but I am a man. Na tado vijagupsate. Thereafter, he will not be worried, frustrated all the time. What will happen after I die? If I go there, if I don't get good food, they are telling come for the retreat, but is the food there? No, there is, food from Sharmaji. Then I am coming. I was told this, that the attendance is on account of Sharmaji. See. So, Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya na tato vijagupsate. Thus, discard the conditioned personality and come back to the unconditioned being. This is the whole spiritual practice. See? Now see, try to think about this bottle. You will be able to think something. Try to think about earth. You will be able to think something. Now try to think about nothing. Or try to think about absence. Absence of what? Absence of sound. The more we try to listen to the absence of sound, even the minutest sounds become very prominent. But when it is said, listen to silence, that it means do not get influenced by either the sounds or the silence. Transcend both sound and silence in the same manner. Transcend Jagra Sapna Sushupti Samadhi. Etadvaitat. So, mind can think only if it has some reference. And if the reference point is finite, the thinking becomes very prominent. And when the thinking point reference is infinite, to that extent, it becomes minimum. See? And if there is no reference, no thinking. Don't give any reference to your mind. Because now you got your mind back to yourself. Angushtamatra Purushaha. It is something like trying to see your own eyes. You cannot. In the same manner, when you are remaining aware of your own being, whatever experience it is, etad vaitad, this is that truth. What you have been seeking all our life. Na tato vijugupsate, all the fear that I have to take care of the body, I should not become fat, I should not die, blah 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 blah. Yesterday also I told you this is a very simple principle for all people. Don't try to lose your weight. On the contrary, as you are growing old, put on as much weight as you can. Become fat. Then you will have the built-in fuel on the fire. Those who are extremely thin, they require more wood. And those who are fat, they have got their built-in fuel and therefore they burn easily. If only bones, कितना लकड़ी खाएगा? All the time worried about body. Don't try to protect anything in this world. Angushtamatra Purusha Jyotirriva Dhumakaha Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya Sa Evadya Saushvaha Etadvaitata. Now this Angushtamatra Purusha that we are referred in the earlier verse, Jyoti Iva Adhumakaha. See, is like a flame without smoke. Now be attentive. Don't try to imagine this is for meditation and then a flame came out. You must have seen. Once I was with our Subhaji and many years before, and somebody came and he said, Swamiji, I got a very good video for meditation. I said, very good. I said, okay, I'll see it. But he was a born pakka. He said, no, we'll sit together. My God. Let us meditate together. It is something like, let's go for a walk together. Where? Solitary walk. And then he made us sit. So I had to watch. And it was such a good animation. One person is lying on the, only animated on the floor, and then the music starts down, all that. And slowly one virtual reality of the virtual reality starts coming out slowly. And this virtual reality goes here and there, mountains, fire, trees, everywhere goes on that, and it continues for half an hour. You can imagine how much torture it is. And after that, when it is going, the umbilical cord of that virtual reality is attached to this reality. And that cord is going, and after that it comes back. So he asked me, Swamiji, how was the meditation? I said, I was all the time worried. If that umbilical cord cuts, what happens? because of this kind of misunderstanding. See, Angushtamatra Purusha, Jyotihi Iva. It's like a flame. It's not a Bunsen burner flame. Like many places you must have seen that the person is sitting in meditation and one flame comes out and goes somewhere. There is one photo you must have seen. Some very dilapidated, bony structure sitting like this thing. And all the jata and all that, and something goes on. What is that? That is not the meaning. You do not go anywhere. Like I told in the morning, space does not go anywhere. Remove that doubt from your mind that after death we leave the body and go somewhere. See? But this thought has gone so deep in our system that again and again one person asked me, Swamiji, they say there are many hells. I say, yes. I said, there are 28 hells, Narak. You have a choice. Whatever you want, you can go there. Friends, Swarga Lok, Narak Lok. Lok is another word for experience. It is not a place. It is not an abode. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatratam na jaraya vibheti, ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase, shokatiko modate swarga loke. Heaven is not a place, but it is an experience where there is freedom from fear. Na bhayam kinchanasti. Fear we have on account of this body, prana and the mind. Fear on account of body is old age and death. Fear on account of the prana is hunger and thirst. And fear on account of the mind is shoka and moha, grief and the delusion. See, where these 6 kinds of fears do not exist, that experience is called as the heaven or the swarga. We don't have to go anywhere. Therefore, this Angushtamatra Purusha Jyoti Adhumakaha means it is having what the smoke does. Smoke covers the fire. Our being does not have any covering of any kind. Ekameva Dvitiya. And therefore he is Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya. He is the controller and beyond the time. Because of this, Sa eva adya, what we are today, Sa eva ushvaha, we are tomorrow. Meaning, Urdhva madashakam ashwatham prahuravyam. Ashwa, Shwa means tomorrow. A means not. What it is today, it will remain the same tomorrow. Therefore, time does not influence on this reality. Therefore, there is no place for fear of death. Now remember, who is talking to whom? Nachiketa is talking to Lord Death. And Lord Death is telling to Nachiket. This is directly from the horse's mouth. He is telling there is no death. But we are all carrying the burden of fear of death. Therefore, if you have studied Gita, you have lost your right to be miserable. If you are studying Upanishad, you have lost your right to die, even if you are in Australia. Australians, they die every day. Should we go for a movie? When to die? Going to movie for dying? Ishana bhuta bhavisya sevadya saushvaha. Now, is it not our day-to-day experience? What we were yesterday, the same we are today. No change. What changes is the body, the mind, the values. All that change. We remain the same. See? And that is why you will see old people. What is the pathetic joke of the old people? I was in Kaivalya Dham, and it is a place where they have health aspect also. So I was taking my breakfast in the morning at about 8 o'clock, and one old couple came, someone from the Ministry of Health, Delhi, and he came to visit and get everything free. The government servant get everything free. They should be charged. So he came and he sat next to me. I don't know who is he, and he doesn't know who am I. He said, can you tell me what is my age? You can imagine? To an unknown person you ask this question. Can you tell me what is my age? So I looked at him. 3 years. Children only ask this type of question, isn't it? He said, no, tell really. What do you think I am? I said, okay, you are 81 years young. When I said you are 81 years young, he nearly jumped out of his skin. You are so perfect, exactly. I am 81 years young. I never feel I am old. I say, you know the problem of this? A cart having 2 animals yoked. One animal is a buffalo, other animal is a racehorse. And then that car is running. So your mind is like a racehorse and your body is like a buffalo. How much we get buried in this body. Therefore, Ishana Bhuta Bhavishya Sa Evadya Saushva, the one which has never changed, Etad Vaitat. Body has changed, our values have changed, our friends have changed, our wives have changed, everything has changed. The one with whom you got married, is it she the same? No, that time she was better. That time she was very young, but now I don't know. Are Buddha, you are also old. Oh. But he doesn't accept that he has become also old. See, friends, when you thus remain aware of this unchanging factor, etad vaitad, this is that. See? And if you want to recognize this unchanging factor, simplest sadhana is make something which doesn't change as object of your experience. What doesn't change? Space doesn't change. Now play, don't do. Play. When we play with the children, we are not concerned about victory or defeat, only time pass. In the same manner, play what it is like being space. You come to a standstill. Etad vaitat, this is that. You know the funniest part? Whenever any Tom, Dick and Harry wants to sit for meditation, what he or she does, and what is the struggle? There should not be movement. So they fix the body, kadak, no movement. And then the mind is running. So we all know absence of movement is the truth. And how can we remain absence of movement like the space? Support all the movements, but don't get influenced by any movement. See? Support the family, but don't get influenced by the family. Husband and wife, they will be always like that. But what happens? We want. See, other people's wives are so good, but my wife, the grass on the other side of the fence is green. See, friends. Therefore, sa evadya saushvaha, the one which has never changed, is the truth. So hold on to this simplest technique. This topic is my most favorite topic. There is one book also, I don't know whether it is there or not. The Akasha Yoga. Do you have that book?
Yes. One book is there.
It's an Akasha Yoga. This thought, I was talking, and one day when we were having lectures on Yoga Vasishta, there this topic came. I was so thrilled. See? There are three spaces. One is the Bhutakash, this space, where you and me, the Bhutas remain. Bhutakash. See? Second is the Chittakash, the mind space. In that mind space, the thoughts remain. And third is the Chidakash. In that Chidakash, the I remains. So first will be the playing of Bhutakash. Now when you are playing Bhutakash, what will be the experience? Bhutakash supports all the Bhutas, but doesn't get influenced by any one of them. So vision supports all the colors and forms, but doesn't get influenced by any one of them. Do we have to do anything? No. It is our natural state. Be natural. But when we are influenced by the colors and forms, we become unnatural. So when we play Bhutakash, we will be free from the desires about the worldly things. Presence or absence of things will make no difference. Then, after we graduate from here, then we come to the next stage, Chittakash. The contents of the Chitta or the mind is thoughts. So no thought should disturb us. Let the thoughts come and go, who cares? How to do that as you are listening now? Not heard. See? So when no thought disturbs us, but our problem is, we are constantly struggling. No, bad thoughts should not come. But where will they come then? They have to come only in the mind. No, there should not be thoughts. Instead of that, simplest is remain indifferent. Don't insist that there should not be thoughts. Only simply understand. Mind is a place where thoughts come. If the thoughts will not come in the mind, will they come in the nose? Blow it. See? Our struggle is, I should be open, but I should not see anybody. Seeing is not a problem. Reacting to what we see is a problem. So we are in the Chittakash, then no thought disturbs us. And then we come to the third, Chidakash, conscious space. That conscious space, other than I, there is nothing. How? Now, Bhutakash, contents don't matter. Chittakash, thoughts don't matter. This one ever remains the same. Ishana Bhuta Bhavyasya, and therefore there is no change in oneself. That is one of the reasons why we don't experience that we are growing old. Because time is a concept of mind. Therefore, time cannot influence the mind. Now, if this is to be practiced as a spiritual practice, then yathodakam shuddhe shuddham asiktam tad drugeva bhavati evam munehe vijanatah atma bhavati gautama. See? He Nachiket, yatha shuddhe udakam shuddham asiktam. Like in a pure water, another pure water is added, so they merge and they become one. Nay, they are always one. They are appearing two because of two containers. Exactly the same way. Evam munehe vijanataha. In the same manner, when you discover that you are divine, so divinity does not remain other from you. Evam mune vijanataha atma bhavati gautama. Means what? There will be perception of otherness, but the perception of otherness will not create differentiation. See, friends. Like the child is seen by the mother as other than him, her. But that otherness of the child does not create otherness. The child is still one with the mother. Exactly the same way. We look upon this world objectively, but subjectively we are all one. And how it is possible? When our attention is on the differences, we will be lost. Now we are all one at this moment. Why? Because we are all interested in common topic. If that common topic is our point of attention, then it doesn't matter whether you are young, old, man, woman, educated, overeducated, no problem. So, idea is, let us train ourselves to look upon the common denominator. Now, what is that? Today, at this point, we are all alive. So, if our attention is on the principle of life, then there is no difference. But if our attention is on the body, then I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old. If attention is on the wealth, then I am rich, I am poor. But if attention is on only the principle of life, we are all one. This is what is mentioned here. Yatha udakam shuddhe shuddham asiktam tadrugeva bhavati. The water doesn't differentiate itself once it is poured together in the same manner. Munehe vijanataha. The wise man who is abiding in the truth, Atma bhavati gautama. That means the knower and the known difference disappears. This is the ultimate truth. Atma bhavati gautama. With this, we have completed the Prathama Valli. Now we enter the Dvitiya Valli. There are three Vallis. So, Dvitiya Valli. Punarapi prakashantarena prakarantarena brahma tattva nirdharanartham ayam arambaha durvidniyatvat brahmanaha. To recognize this divine self that we are, it is indeed very difficult because we are obsessed with our wrong notions. See? न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागे नैके अमृतत्व मानशो. Upanishad. Sarvadharman Parityajya, Bhagavad Gita. These mantras look very simple, superficially. But if you dig deep, then you understand the meaning. When Bhagavan Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja, means what? Give up all the dharma. Grahastha, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, rich, poor, everything give up. Come to me. This is not the meaning. The meaning is, one girl came the other day. Yes. Swamiji, I am very angry. I said, then what do I do? No, you don't do. I had decided. What? Talak, talak, talak. I asked Meri Ma, ye mujhe bata, when did you get married to me that you want to give me divorce? Oh, marriage is necessary to give divorce? Yes. Oh, I cannot give divorce to somebody else's wife, is it not? In the same manner, what will you give up? What is yours in this world? So when Bhagavan says, Sarvadharman Parityajya, means come to know, really, is there anything that belongs to you? What belongs to us? Start from our own body, created by the parents, see, maintained by the society. And yet, this body is mine, all the time. So, the message of Bhagavad Gita is, Sarvadharman Parityajya means come to know nothing ever belongs to us in this world. We are all like we go by flight and we say, hey, this is my seat. And when our flight reaches destination, we don't screw. Hey, my seat. See, friends, how simple it is. Nothing ever belongs to us in this world. This is the meaning. Now when you know nothing belongs, like this beautiful place doesn't belong to us. So we are enjoying this place, utilizing properly, but we don't have the thought, nikal ke le jao kya? It doesn't come. In the same manner, live in this body, live in this world beautifully, but don't carry the burden of possessiveness in your mind. This is the meaning. And therefore, prakarantarena brahma tattva nirdharanartham, another way, just to emphasize on what is the truth. Ayam arambha kriyate. Again, this second valli begins, because durvidneyatvat brahmanaha. It is very difficult for us to come to this conclusion. See? We keep on listening again and again. But when, again the same thing, Swamiji, when we are listening to you, everything is very simple, clear, no doubt about it, The moment we go and put on the shoes, everything is forgotten. What should we do? Because of the shoes. See? Then put on somebody else's shoes. Don't do it, just joke. Otherwise, Swamiji told it. That is the reason why I have these wooden sandals. Many people ask this question also. Swamiji, what is the reason you put on these wooden sandals? I said, because nobody steals them. Not only that, they put 2 rupees and namaskar. चाय पानी का खर्चा निकल गया. See, friends, relax. See, when something is very difficult, that doesn't mean you have to become serious. See, sincerity is different from seriousness. Most of us mistake spiritual life means as if you are going to be hanged after satsang is over, you will be hanged. No. Relax. That is all. And therefore, now this truth is again presented to us from different standpoint. Purameka dashadvaram ajasya avakrachetasaha Anusthaya na shochati vimuktascha vimuchyate etadvai tata. See? Ajasya avakra chetasaha. See? Aja means unborn. Ja is janma. Aja. Ajasya avakra chetasaha. And therefore, this Atma, the self, is unborn. Even if you take one word, it is enough. Unborn. Now, do we have the birth experience? No. We have no experience of growth, no experience of death, no experience of absence. Etadvaita, this is that. But the problem with us is, we have been all the time struggling to do something or the other. See, don't do anything in life. Relax. See. Now, this Atma, this self that we are, Puram Ekadasha Dwaram. Puram, the house, the place. See? Like Pandharpur. There is one Abhanga, very good one. Adhi Rachali Pandhari. Nantar, what do you call? Vaikuntha. First, the body. See? Then the whole world comes in. So, Ekadasha Dwaram. There are 11 gates in this body. Which are the, find out you have got a body. See? 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 1 mouth. How many? 7. Lower 2, 9. Umbalikas, 10. Chappar Phad, 11. Puram Ekadasha Dwaram. Ajasya, Aja the unborn, and Avakra Chetasaha, and not a crooked-minded one. Crooked-minded one is the Jiva. Paramatma is simple, straight. See? Therefore, when Bhagavan Krishna was scolded by Yashoda, eating soil all the time, I think you must have been a pig in your earlier life. Bhagavan Krishna was worried. Did she recognize me? That I was the Varaha avatar? And therefore, to confuse this Yashoda, he showed his mouth. And he got confused. No, everything is all right. See, friends, Avakra Chetasaha. Vakra Chetas is the one who doesn't look at the world straight. Always complicated. See? Puram Ekadasha Dwaram Ajasya Avakra Chetasaha. Now see, when I open my eyes, whatever colors are there, they are straight away seen. Up to here, we are one with the divine. But after that, I don't like this color, I don't like that form, samsara begins. See? Avakra Chetas. No comment, no nothing. Dekho suno mat bolo. Puram Ekadasha Dwaram Ajasya Avakra Chetasah. Then Anusthaya na shochati. Now this is our Anušthan. The one who is expressing through the eyes as vision is not influenced by all that is seen by the vision. So we give up the colors and forms, come to the vision. Our vision is covered because of the obsession of colors and forms. In other words, all the objects, they cover our sense organs. All the sense organs, they cover our mind. Our mind covers our Vijnanamaya Kosha, I. And the I covers the Chetana, the life principle that we are. And this life principle covers the absolute reality. Give up one by one, one by one, one by one. See. Therefore, Anusthaya, be attentive. Spiritual practice is Anushthan. See? Anushthan means what? Suppose you decide, whenever I get time, I will read Bhagavad Gita. I guarantee you, you will never do it. But on the contrary, if you take Anushthan, then every day after bath, I will read one chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Take this Anushthan. It will happen. What we lack is this Anushthan, we don't do it. I tell you, one of my friend, very nice person, extremely successful in his business, and many years before, he asked me this question. He says, Swamiji, you tell me, people talk about sadhana, I don't do anything. Such a pure-hearted one. You tell me whatever is to be done, I will do it. I said, but you have to do it Anushthan. He will do it. What should I do? I said, read Ramcharitmanas. How many times? I said, 108 times. To talk, it doesn't cost me anything. And you will not believe, he took that as the ultimate word. And it took for him more than a few years. And he made a group of his, about 8-10 people. And used to go to various Jyotirlingas. All the 12 Jyotirlingas he has gone and sat there, the whole group, and chanted the whole Ramcharitmanas. It will take 4-5 days, 3 days, and systematically. And thus he started, and when 108th happened, he said, Swamiji, I forgot about him and everything. And he said, Swamiji, you told me to do Anushthan of Ramcharitmanas 108 times, 107 is over, now 108th. Now first time you came, now you have to come, 108th. And we did it in Dwarka. And such a tremendous change in him. He is at peace. His business is in multi-million. But so simple. When you look at him, nobody will even think that he is so successful in life. He has got a dozen factories. Never he goes to any factory. But everything is doing so beautiful. See, friends. Because his selection of the people to head a particular factory is so perfect. See? And where from it came? Because of Anushthan. Therefore, Anusthayana shochati. So take it this Anushthan. What? Refuse to be miserable. This is the Anushthan. See? Even if the wife, even if the wife refuse to be miserable. This is the spiritual practice or yoga according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. What is yoga according to Bhagavad Gita? See? Tam vidyat dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sannitam. Dukkha sanyoga. Where the miseries come in our life, viyogam. Refuse to be miserable. This is the yoga. Now see, to do this yoga practice, do you have to leave house? No. You get at home miseries. Everything you people talk about, Swamiji, these pickles are homemade. Oh God, then you have to say they are good. Pickles are always good if they are from market. If they are not good, they will not be sold in the market. And home pickles, you have to say they are good, or else you will not get anything. See? Everything homemade. Swamiji, these bananas are from our own garden. What you have done there? But that homemade. So why not have homemade miseries? What is the homemade misery? Made for each other. See? Therefore, this is the Anushthan. Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga, marriage. Viyogam yoga sannidham. Don't be miserable in life. How to do that? Sa nishchena yoktavya. This is the Anushthan. May anything happen in life, refuse to be miserable. Then what to do with the misery? Make others miserable. You should not be. Swamiji, this is very wrong thing you are telling. I said, if you are understood, then you will not say this thing. If you are happy, you can never make others miserable. And if you are miserable, you don't like happy people. आपको क्या होता है हंसने के लिए? रोज भी. Frustrated fellows. So, Anushtaya na shochati. Anushtaya. This you have to make a firm decision. This is what is the Upanishad. See? We are not telling, sit in a particular posture, Padmasana and what are other asanas, and then sit kadak. No. Relax. See? All these things come because we are lost in so-called the religious practices. In US, not US, UK, there was some temple and they invited me. So I said, hey, keep one chair here, I can't sit cross-legged. Swamiji, Mahatmas never sit in the chair. You have to sit here cross-legged. I said, but I never sit in cross-legged. But then Mahatmas never sit in the chair. But then I am not a Mahatma. You are not a Mahatma. But we were told you are a Mahatma. I said, it is their fault. What kind of religion it is, I don't understand. See? Anything stupid, they attach Indian. See, Indian we have eating food, sit on the floor and eat like a buffalo. Indian toilet, look here. They are also Indian. See, friends, Anushtaya na shochati. This is the highest spiritual practice. Make it a firm resolution. This is the takeaway from this retreat. Don't justify you are miserable. Anushtaya na shochati, then vimuktascha vimuchyate. You are already liberated. So when you go out, liberated. See, friends, if only wives have come and husband says, what happened? Liberated. Liberated without divorce. Anushtaya na shochati vimuktascha vimuchyate. Then you come to know we were never bound. Bondage is imagination and liberation is super imagination. Vimuktascha vimuchyate. You are already liberated, but you are having that notion that I have to achieve something. God realization. Big words. See? In Juhu, Mumbai, there was one group. You may be knowing Osho group. So I go for their group sometime. They call me for talks. I go there and talk. Once it so happened, somebody came. I don't know anybody's name. And all the people, I was also invited. I was sitting there. With me, my two friends who brought me there. And then that person, whosoever their Swami or whatever they call, he came, pant, shirt, everything, and above there was a big frock, so that everything is covered. And he came, and then pom, dum, all that. He came and sat over there. And then they gave flowers to everybody, to me. Now, Swamiji, you can start. You can offer the flower and do namaste. I said, all right. When I was going, Swamiji, don't go. I said, shut up. Tumko duga. I went and offered the flower to him on his shoes, because shoes were there. So I offered the flowers and did namaskar. Everything was over. And then he started. awareness is an outdated word. Satya. Awareness is an outdated word. And then he started, you should feel the divine. And then the whole world is, you should. And they were. Now tell me, how can you be miserable? See? So, vimuktasya vimuchyate. You are already liberated. We have the wrong notion that I am unfortunate, I am miserable. Remove these wrong notions. You have done the best favor to yourself. We all suffer from the disease, virus called wrong notions. That was what was Arjuna's disease. His notion was, he is somebody's grandson, somebody's disciple, somebody's brother. But in fact, he was a warrior. He forgot his identity and he got mistaken identity. And because of that, he suffered. What Bhagavan Krishna did or told Arjuna, none of that he practiced in his life. He didn't do anything. Only one thing, wrong notion was given up. Wrong notion was, I am in bondage. Now the wrong notion, now you need not be liberated. You already, vimuktasya vimuchyate. See friends, etad vaitad, this is that. Therefore, vimuktasya vimuchyate. Okay, now this truth is further glorified so that we can easily comprehend. Hamsaha shuchishat vasuhu antarikshasat hota vedishat atithir duronasat nrushat varasat rutusat vyomasat abja goja rutuja adrija rutam bruhat. These are the arrow marks on which you keep on contemplating. Hamsaha. See? Hamsaha hanti gacchati iti hamsaha. So, this Atma, the self, is hamsaha gacchati, is always associated with everything. See friends, without the self, nothing else can have any existence. In our Kabirji's bhajans, this word comes namradena. Hamsa chalo apna desh. So hamsaha. So with every experience, which are every experiences, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Samadhi. Which is that common factor which is with all the four experiences, waker is not available in the dream, dreamer is not available in the waking, etc. But there is one common factor which is in the waking without becoming a waker, in the dream without becoming a dreamer, in the deep sleep without going to sleep, in the samadhi without getting lost anywhere. Hamsaha. See? Then Shuchisat. Hamsaha Shuchisat. Shuchisat Shuchau Divyatmana Sidati iti. See? The one who is permeating everything and being. Without that, nothing can exist. Shuchi said, Divyatmana Sidati iti, then Vasu Vasayati Sarvan iti. So these are the two words. One who is illuminator and one who is the holder. The illuminator is the Chid Vastu and holder is the Sad Vastu. So he is simultaneously Sat and Chid. That is what is our essential nature. Therefore, knowing is being is the meaning. So, Vasur Vasayati Sarvaniti Vaivatmana Antariksha Sididiti Antariksha Sat. And the same Paramatma, first is indicated as the space, now the same Paramatma is now Vayave, as air is moving in the space, is Antariksha Sat. See. Yesterday also I told you probably, space, no movement, no nothing. Only emptiness. Then emptiness becomes vibrant. Then air. Air becomes more vibrant. Fire. Fire becomes more vibrant. Rains. Rains become more vibrant. Earth. This is how the process of grossification happens. So go one by one. Now this is off the track but very simple to practice. From toe up to the loins is the Prithvi Tattva. From the loin up to the umbilicus is the Jala Tattva, waters. From the umbilicus up to the heart is the Agni Tattva, fire. From the heart up to the throat is the Vayu Tattva, air element. From the throat up to the Bhrumadhya is the Akasha Tattva, the space element. From the Bhrumadhya up to the Sahasrara is the Manas Tattva. And beyond that is pure consciousness. This is according to the Yoga Shastra. So there they tell, when you are sitting quiet, just do this bhavana. The Prithvi Tattva from toe up to the loins is slowly dissolved in the Jala Tattva. So now below the loins there is nothing. Now the Jala Tattva is dissolved in the Agni Tattva. Then below the umbilicus there is nothing. Then the Agni Tattva is dissolved in the Vayu Tattva. Below the heart there is nothing. Then this Vayu Tattva is dissolved in the Akasha Tattva. Then below the throat there is nothing. Then this Akasha Tattva is dissolved in the mind. Then below the Bhrumadhya there is nothing, only mind. The mind is dissolved in the pure consciousness. It takes no time. It's only bhavana. I am intelligent, I am beautiful, I am successful. This is only bhavana. It is not the truth. Truth, you are the truth. Therefore, Vasu Vasayati Sarvaniti. So all these are contained in this pure consciousness. So pure consciousness is the container and rest of the things are the contents. Then Vaivatmana Antarikshe Sidati Antarikshatat, and the same Paramatma is moving in the space as air, therefore Antariksha Sid. Then Hota Agni Agnirvai Hota iti Shrute. Similarly, Agni Hota. Hota, the one who does the puja karma of this Rigvedi is called Hota. Therefore, Agnirvai Hota iti. Thereafter, Vedishat, the one who is invoke in the Agni Kunda is the Vedishad Mantrena Uchate Tadapi Asya Atma Sarupatvam iti etad Angikrutatvat iti Brahmana Vyakhyana iti Avirodaha Sarva api eka eva atma jagataha na atma vedaha iti mantrarthaha. Therefore, what is said is, this whole thing is only one. The atma doesn't change. In this manner, he is the one who is in and through the total creation. See, friends, this you can immediately start applying and recognizing. For red color, there are no red eyes. For the black color, there are no black eyes. For the blue color, there are no blue eyes. In the same manner, for the eyes, there is not a visionary mind. For the ears, there is not a auditory mind. No. There is one mind. Similarly, behind all the thoughts, there is one mind. Similarly, behind all the expressions of life, there is one life. Behind all the beings, there is one principle. And behind the total creation, Jada Chetan, there is but one truth. In this manner, when we are thus able to do the simple thing, keep cool. We don't have to do anything in spiritual life. Keep cool. There was one person in, I think Kailash it happened. They used to do experiments that what is the movement of the mind and all that. So there will be a graph and all that. They will be putting some kind of electric things, and then they used to tell, okay, we are starting. And it's quiet. And only straight light will come. They thought there is something wrong with that machine. So they remove again, clean everything, again put. Again straight line will come. He said, what are you thinking? He said, nothing. How can you not think? He is quiet because he has nothing to think. No, there may be something wrong with the machine. It is not possible. Human mind has to think. Then they put other student. And needle was going outside. The machine is okay. Again it was fixed on him. Again straight line. So they asked, how come you don't think? He said, I don't know. I don't think. See? How can you become miserable? My question. See? Like when many people ask questions, this is the biggest challenge for me to understand. How questions come in your mind? See? There is nothing to question here. Swamiji, they say in Bhagavad Mahapuran, after hearing the Bhagavad, that Takshaka came and gave a nice bite to Parikshit and he died. But in other place it is said that he did not come and he did not die. What is the truth? Actually, you are the truth. Therefore, be attentive. तमेव धीरो प्रज्ञाम कुर्वीत नानुध्यायान बहुन शब्दान वाचो विग्लापनम हितत. Don't expose yourself to too many literature. Hold on to the truth. That's it. Our condition is गंगा गए तो गंगा दास, जमुना गए तो जमुना दास, घर में आए तो देवदास. Friends, relax, relax, relax. It's so confusing, therefore. So, after having told this, then now we come to, we did this mantra 3. Second is over. Now we go to the third mantra. Urdham pranam unnayati apanam pratyagasyati madhye vamanamasinam vishve deva upasate. Urdham pranam unnayati and apanam pratyagasyati. These are technical terms. The meaning is very simple. Life is only two things. One is pravritti, second is nivritti. Getting involved and getting withdrawn. Waking is getting involved in this world. Deep sleep is getting withdrawn from the world. See? Beyond that, there is nothing more in life. So, urdhvam pranam unnayati. With the prana, we become very much involved in this world. And apanam pratyagasyati. With the apana, we withdraw. See? So, brahmachari grihastha is getting involved in the world. Vanaprastha, beginning of the withdrawal. Sannyasi, complete withdrawal. So, urdhvam pranam unnayati apanam pratyagasyati. Then, madhye vamanamasinam. Now, for whom we are doing this? Vamana means Angushtamatra Purusha. Vamana means the one who is worthy of worship. Now, for whom we are eating and for whom we are evacuating, for whom we are seeing and for whom we are not seeing, everything is being done in this world for this center. Madhye vamanamasinam vishve deva. All the faculties are functioning for him. Eyes are not seeing for themselves. They are seeing for someone. Ears are not hearing for themselves. They are seeing for someone. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. The wife is not dear to the husband for the sake of the wife. She is dear to him for his own sake. See, the children are not dear to the parents for the sake of the children. They are dear for their own sake. My child. See, friends, everything is happening only for this madhye vamanamasinam vishve deva upasate. Friends. Now, this if you want to know from the worldly things, when somebody dies, old age, one of the two has to die. Suppose the man dies. Then observe the dialogues made by the living wife. See? Now what will happen to me? Who will take care of me? I don't even have to go to bank also. I don't think I should live now hereafter. I should have died earlier, And oh God, why didn't you take me? Standard dialogues. I don't know where from they learn it, but they standardize everything. And others who are youngsters and all, they are also going to ho gaya. Then 15 days gone, month gone, 2 months gone, 6 months gone, 2 years, 3 years. Mama, you are telling that you cannot live without him. 6 years have gone. Program change. Observe this. When somebody dies, the one who is alive, he has not a single word about the dead one. All the words are, now what will happen to me? How will I live? Who will get vegetable for me? Who will cut this thing for me? Who will wash my clothes? Who will put them for drying? See? Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. See, Maharaj. Therefore, everything in this world is done for the sake of the self. And this one, for whom everything is done, we forget him. And when we are tired of this world, what we do? Apanam pratyagasyati. We give up everything. And we come back to our home. Like our mobile phone, we put it for charging. Whole night, the battery is charged. Next day we are ready with the WhatsApp. Start. And then that battery is gone. Again we put it for charging. Exactly the same way. Whole day, WhatsApp. And we get tired. All battery drained. Then we go to sleep. What is going to sleep? Charge to the mains. Get fully charged. Again. What is new in our life? But attention doesn't go to the source. Therefore, madhye vamanam asinam vishve deva upasate. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. And that Atma for whom everything is being done, we are ignorant about it. Therefore, Bhagwan ko, if we are to know the truth, we must know these basics. Now here, one very important principle is told, which we will take in our next class. Before we start sleeping, I should stop here. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.